In local news brought to you by Thrash's Floors and More, Bluebell Creameries will begin testing production of ice cream at its Sylacauga plant later this month. The ice cream company, whose production has been paralyzed for weeks in the wake of a recall over listeria, has notified the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and state health officials of the testing. Production could resume again as early as July the 20th. Now, according to a company statement from Bluebell, quote, when production resumes at the Sylacauga plant, it will be on a limited basis as the company seeks to confirm that new procedures, facility enhancements, and employee training have been effected, the company said in a statement. Continuing ice cream produce will be closely monitored and tested. Upon completion of this test period, Bluebell will begin building inventory to return to the market. There is no firm date as of yet when Bluebell sales will resume. Now, according to a story in the Dallas Morning News, an FDA report earlier this year said that the Sylacauga and Broken Arrow, Oklahoma plants were smaller and would be ready to resume operations earlier than the main facility in Brenham, Texas. Bluebell, again, with a statement from Greg Bridges, Vice President of Operations for Bluebell, he said, quote, we have been working diligently to prepare our facilities to resume test production, and our focus throughout this process has been to ensure the public that when our products return to the market, they are safe. He said, we are very excited about taking these important first steps as part of the process of getting high-quality Bluebell products back to consumers. Now, Bluebell began a product recall back in April that has kept the ice cream off store shelves after 10 people were infected with several strains of listeria by consuming ice cream in various states. This does not include a South Florida man who reportedly experienced brain swelling in April, whose family found a tub of Bluebell in their freezer, which tested positive for listeria. That ice cream was manufactured at Bluebell's Sylacauga plant. The reported illnesses stretch back to January 2010. None of the documented cases involved ice cream manufactured in Sylacauga. In other news, the Sylacauga Police Department announces the arrest of Christopher Damian Tompkins, a 20-year-old male from Wilsonville, for robbery in the first degree. Tompkins was arrested on July the 7th and transported to Talladega County Jail. Bond is set in the case at $50,000. Now, the robbery occurred June the 20th, 2015, approximately 10:30 at the Dollar General, located at 1275 Talladega Highway in Sylacauga. According to witnesses, two suspects described as black males wearing masks and armed with handguns approached two women outside the store after closing time. The suspects ordered the women back into the store where they took money from the safe. One of the suspects was wearing what a witness described as, quote, a Hulk mask, while the other one was wearing a hockey-style mask. Both suspects fled on foot toward 13th Street. There were no injuries reported during the incident. Robbery in the first degree is a Class A felony, and if found guilty, may carry a sentence of 10 to 99 years in prison. Police in Childersburg are investigating the theft of thousands of dollars in equipment from Mid-South Asphalt and Paving in Childersburg. Police were notified of the thefts July 1st, though investigators say the equipment was stolen from the Birmingham-based group gradually over the course of at least a week before they were reported. According to Childersburg Police Sergeant Donald Elkins, he said this just wasn't stolen one time. The thieves have been going back and forth, so they've been going on a week, maybe a couple of weeks at least. They cut the fence, went into the fence, and stole it that way, taking it off by the truckload. Now, the site manager reported thousands of dollars worth of equipment stolen: an asphalt mixer, thousands of gallons of off-road diesel, tools, 2 racks, motors, an alternating current pump, water pumps, conveyor belt rollers, pipe fittings, valves and wiring, scale plates, and other materials. The witnesses caused damage as well, which, along with the stolen goods, could cost the owners as much as $100,000. Elkins said the culprits likely sold off equipment for scrap. Childersburg police are contacting scrap yards in the area to determine whether they have bought anything matching the description of the stolen property. Childersburg police also working hand in hand with the Talladega County Sheriff's Office in procuring information that may lead to an arrest. Thus far, Childersburg police impounded a car believed to be associated with the thefts and have developed some leads. Should any arrest be made, police will have a litany of crimes from which they could charge the culprits, including first-degree theft of property, first-degree criminal mischief, and trespassing, among others. Now, anyone with knowledge of these thefts should call the Childersburg Police Department at 256-378-7860. That's 256-378-7860 or 256-378-5747. Retired Circuit Judge Jerry Fielding of Sylacauga has been sworn in as Vice President of the Northern District of Alabama Retired State Employees Association, Alabama Public Employees Advocacy League. Now, this is a 20,000-member association representing retirees and employees eligible to retire on a variety of issues on the state, municipal, and county government levels. Fielding retired in January of 2004 as presiding circuit judge for Talladega County. He had served as a district and circuit judge for some 26 years. In March of 2015, Fielding was appointed by Speaker of the House Mike Hubbard to serve one term on the Alabama Ethics Commission. And finally, a Lincoln woman was charged with chemical endangerment of a child following a foot chase earlier this week with Talladega police. Cassie Marie Langston, age 25, gave birth to a child that tested positive for methamphetamine in April, according to Talladega Police Chief Jason Busby. Now, detectives had gone to a residence in Talladega to attempt to interview Langston and to serve her with a felony warrant for possession of a controlled substance through the Talladega County Drug and Violent Crime Task Force. They did not initially find Langston, but did see two men who had outstanding warrants. According to Talladega County Sheriff's Captain Bill Kennedy, both men were wanted on charges of writing bad checks. Now, Langston was spotted fleeing the residence, and a chase ensued. She was eventually caught on North Street near the intersection of Johnson Avenue. Busby said there were several syringes, both unused and used, in Langston's purse. Langston said they were not hers, added Chief Busby. In addition to chemical endangerment charge, she is also charged with possession of drug paraphernalia and attempting to elude, which are both misdemeanors. Busby said the report he did not indicate the gender of the child or what had been done with the child after the positive test results came back. Typically, however, the child would be placed by the Talladega County Department of Human Resources. Bond on the possession charge set at $25,000 according to jail records. Bond on the chemical endangerment charge was set at $100,000. Now, this chemical endangerment law was passed by the state legislature in 2006. The state Supreme Court ruled in 2014 that it could be applied to a child in utero. That is a look at state news, or make it local news, this morning here on